What's good, everybody? This is Rohit and welcome to our channel Trillion Talks. The most important sector for any country is its educational system. If the educational system is not proper and robust, then no matter how strong the country is, it will forever stay backward. The Modi government has unveiled a new policy after 34 years and it promises an embracing improvement in the entire system of learning. So I'll discuss the major highlights of this new educational policy 2020 and we are starting right now. Highlight number 1. The Human Resource Development Ministry has now been renamed as the Ministry of Education. Highlight number 2. The right to education was provided to a kid of 5 years old until he reaches 14 years of age, by which there is a less chance that he will go for higher education. But now, the right to education will be provided to a kid of 3 years old till he reaches 18 years of age, which means he will be receiving free education till his 18 years. And third highlight is the most important one, which states, till now we used to have a conventional system of 10+2, where we studied till 10th in common schooling and then we choose our stream for intermediate. But now this 10+2 is changed to 5+3+3+4. And I will explain you how it works right from your birth. So primarily, he or she will be taken care of by the parents till the child reaches an age of 3 years old from the birth. So then this all begins. So what this 5+3+3+4 actually mean is, so after 3 years of age, the child will be going through these phases. 5 years is the first phase in which he or she will be spending 1 year in play school, 1 year in nursery, 1 year in kindergarten, class 1 followed by class 2. The motive of this phase is to teach the child the language properly, like reading, writing, and etc. The next phase is 3 years, which means class 3, class 4, class 5. This is called preparatory stage, where they will be playing and learning. Also, another change is that schools will have the privilege to teach students till class 5 in their regional languages if they want to. So coming to the third phase, which starts from class 6th onwards. Here, coding will become mandatory for students as it increases logical thinking. Before, coding was taught only for higher class students, but now it starts from your class 6. One of the major reasons for these changes is because earlier students had only theoretical knowledge and very less practical knowledge, which now will be changed. Now the emphasis will be more given to practical knowledge as students from class 6th onwards will be given practical assignments, projects and etc. And this phase continues from your 6th, 7th till your 8th. Now coming to phase 4, which consists of 4 years, your 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. In these 4 years, students have an option to choose their subject on whatever they want. Every student will have a major and minor course. For example, science student can have physics as major and music as minor. Before, such an option was only available after your 10th class, and there used to be discrimination on subjects, but now you can choose it right from your 9th grade. Also, from now onwards, the extracurricular activities will be incorporated in the curriculum itself. Be it yoga, dance, music, drawing, sports are now not considered as extracurricular, and NCERT would incorporate these subjects into the national curriculum for the first time in history. The government will introduce a 360-degree holistic report cards for students, which not only inform marks obtained in the subjects, but also incorporates the skills and scores of other extracurricular activities. Also, there will be reductions on exams which were purely based on memorization, and now there will be more importance on the exams which were purely based on understanding the subject. And also there will be reduction in the syllabus as well. These all changes are made so that the marks will be awarded only to those students who understand and not memorize, which has been done all these years. Till now, in class 10th and 12th, the importance was alone given only to the board paper, which was usually held in the month of March. Importance of these board exams will be reduced and will be conducted in 2 parts, objective and descriptive, twice a year, which would be entirely based on the understanding of the subject, which leads to application-based exams and not memorized-based exams. And the next highlight is, Virtual labs will be introduced because many small colleges don't have a lab facility, due to which virtual lab will be set up so that the students can experience lab virtually. Next highlight is, after 12th class, when students join a university for their graduation, it was often found that few students used to drop during their first or second years for their colleges for various reasons like financial stress and etc. But now, students can drop and join later whenever they want to and can continue from wherever they left. In simple words, if you leave your college in second year, then you will get a diploma. If you leave your college in third year, then you'll get a bachelor's degree. But if you're only interested in research, then you can stay for the final year, which will be totally research oriented, and get your proper 4 years professional degree. Many students just want a degree for a job, so even if your degree is of 3 years, you can get a basic level job. If you want to study further after your graduation, then you can do post-graduation or PhD. But now onwards, Master of Philosophy MPhil has been removed. All universities, which might be government, private, open, deemed, vocational, will have the same grading and same rules. Coming to healthcare education. So with the new policy, the first 2 years is common to MBBS, BDS, nursing. And lateral entry is now allowed, but only for bridge courses, Ayurveda, Yoga to be mainstreamed. Both for post-graduation and 4-year MBBS, only one exam, one exit will be held. Next highlight is that before there used to be different regulatory bodies like UGC, ACIET, NSIET, NAC for higher education. But now there will be only one regulatory body, which is called HECI, Higher Education Commission of India, which will replace UGC, NAC and everything else. And the next highlight is all the university exams to be held through a common entrance exam conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency. Also, one of the biggest problems in our colleges is that most of the colleges are not research oriented. So the government is trying to make it a bit research oriented, for which a National Research Foundation has been established, which will raise the funds for students who are interested in research. So if you're research oriented, then you will get funding for sure. Another major problem faced by many students is the hike of fees in private colleges. So now government will keep a cap on the fees set by the colleges, because the main problem is that private colleges keep very high fees and some colleges increase their fees eventually every year, which becomes a big burden for students as well as parents, and which further leads to less percentage of students who actually go for higher education. So if the fees are affordable, then it will motivate more students to opt for higher education. The next highlight is minimum qualification for teaching has been set a mark. To be more precise, a 4-year degree in Bachelor of Education, including training of student-teacher relationship, is the basic qualification for any teacher in the future. If the implementation of these changes are done properly, then it's a great news for the upcoming generation. The entire framework and the changes that are to be implemented in the education system is a long-awaited one. Our country is filled with diverse people. When any decision is taken, there are two sides, those who oppose and those who support. If the government plans to change something, then people would say, why you did such a thing, and find fault. If government doesn't do anything, then again people would taunt for its ineffectiveness. But what's really important is, we need to take a step towards the progress. And that can be only achieved by trying new approaches. In these steps, there will be something that is good as well as things that would contradict our views. But taking that one step is the most integral part of moving forward. Hope this is a step that will bring revolution in our education system and a welcoming one for our future generation. Until the next time, thank you, peace.